Alrighty, hello, hello. How's it going? We're playing more Mystery of the Malign. Duh? No, no duh at the end. Just the Malign. How's it going? I just ate a pizza. And my resting heart rate has been like it's been like 100 BPM ever since I ate that pizza. Which seems like an insane thing to say, but genuinely, my heart rate, yeah, fucking. I got the mighty meaty from Mellow Mushroom, and it had genuinely so much meat on it of all sorts that I think that like maybe the salt is just like making my body go crazy. Anyway, how's it going? I'm looking forward to playing more Memories of Mystery of the Malign. Memories of Murder is a that's a movie that I'm planning on watching soon. Let's get into it. Yeah, I had a wonderful time eating pizza, and then I took a nap, and then my alarm went off at 9:30, and I went, that's not fucking happening. And so I took another 30 minutes. What a Friday. Oh shit, hang on. Happy, oh fuck, that's the Hassie button. Not what I meant to click. We can leave it on though, low key. That's chill. It's a Hassie Friday. It's Friday, baby. There you go. Boom. Friday, baby. Perfect stuff. You know what, low key? Leave the Hassie background on. It's looking pretty good right now, I'll be honest. Yeah, let's play Mystery of the Malign. I did not solve that puzzle, and then I remembered that I was supposed to go to the basement. I gave up on the puzzle because I was getting my ass beat by this puzzle, quite frankly, with you. So yeah. We're going to ignore the rest of the category puzzle for now. Oh, we found a new room. That's what it was. I came in here and this door was open because we learned about Cavershaw, and then I came in here and I went, oh, there was a new room, and then I clicked on this, and then I closed the game because I realized it had been simply too long and I was too tired to continue. Also, that night that we streamed that, I had like very, very bad bouts of sleep. And when that happens, this like muscle in my jaw will like tense up too much, and my jaw was like annoying the shit out of me at that point. I had to stop talking, basically. So then I went and silently played Deadlock for another 2 hours because I could not sleep. But anyway. Let's try to get reacquainted with what the fuck they were talking about in this game, because honestly, it's all past me now. They really are putting me through the ringer. There was another situation with a visitor, with all due respect, but I don't think that engraved shield should be kept on display. Not to imply there's anything impossible about it, but it does seem to peeve the people with some regularity. To be completely honest, I've started to avoid looking at the shield as well. Maybe it's the stress from the visitors complaining, but it's just been straining my head to think about it. Okay, so there's a shield on display. Anthropology and archaeology books. A bronze chalice, its style and form seem familiar. Yes, state your business. I have some questions about last night. Believe me, I have questions too. Mind your intrusions. Someone shows up here asking questions after what happened yesterday. People might presume you had something to do with it. Alright, well, tell me about some gossip. Okay, well, tell me about the investigation. Okay, well, tell me about the events of the night. It's true, I was here. I was working in my office for some time. I surmise it must have been past 8. I was alerted by a sound. It might have been a scream, but I can't be sure. Regardless, I decided to alert the night guard. In the main hall, I came across Dr. Hess as I was coming down the stairs. He approached from the entrance, you see. What he was doing at the museum at this hour, I cannot say. I was unaware he was still on the premises past his work hours. Okay, so Dr. Hess is suspicious. We spoke briefly of what had happened, and he proceeded upstairs. Then I found and sent the guards to inspect the building and grounds. Dr. Hess left soon after. We discovered nothing more about the incident. Until what time do you work? Until as late as my work demands. There's a mountain of paperwork I've been held up on for a week now. What is your name? Dr. Cavershaw, in case you missed the nameplate outside. Alright, asshole. Like... like, I'm not doing it for me, man. I'm doing it because the game won't show me your name until I ask that question. Let's talk about Mr. Shanks. Okay. I was present in the building. I did not witness this so-called attack myself. Dr. Hess seems really insistent he managed to see it, however. I don't have any knowledge of anyone else claiming to have seen what had happened. Tell me about chalky residue. Okay, tell me about, Shelley Clarkson. She could have been making a lot of this up. It's been known to happen. I would advise not taking it as fact before we can ascertain what really happened. I wanted to talk about the secretive invitation. It does not concern you? Fucking weirdo guy. It's in the interest of the museum we find him and straighten out this matter. Uh-huh. Tell me about Hess. He's not been with us long. It's often that we cannot account for his whereabouts, but I'm sure that is of no importance. Okay, man. I cannot be sure what reason he has to stay at the museum so late. I can ask you about all this different stuff. Okay, cool. Oh, and I can ask you about these 4 people? Okay. Let me ask you about the carved runes. Okay, let me ask you about the broken sigil. Okay, let me ask you about the thalassite jewelry. Okay, let me ask you about the staff photograph. He is suspicious, and the thing is, I can't ask any questions because apparently I'm suspicious? Don't they know that I'm a ghost hunter? Like... There isn't much that can be said about that chalice. Why is it displayed like that? It could have just as well been placed in storage or in the halls with everything else. Something was needed to complete the cabinet, and it seemed the best fit. That's about all. This guy... that guy is... We're killing that guy. Alright. So, I'm wrong about a lot of this stuff. I'll have to come back to it. It's also gonna be... I have to remind myself what all this means again. But for this brief second, we're gonna... Actually, let me open this up really fast. Well, we still don't know who Shelley's alleged attacker is, I guess, is the problem. Is this the basement? Oh, whoa, okay. I didn't know that we could go this way, actually. And that is the basement down here. Okay, it's gonna get fucked up in here. I can just tell. S. Horner. Long dried, oily, dark oily stain seems to have leaked from this locker at some point. Marl, okay. More of this Wilk stuff. Jesus, fuck. That's the shield. Oh yeah, you know. Normal freaky ass basement. I'm not stepping in any of these places without turning on the lights first. Five and 6. Ooh. A decorative dagger with a stone hilt. Hold on, if we go into... Where even is that? It's over here. Sorry, not the transgressor ghost. The mind reaches. This was not highlighted last time. We'll come back to this in a moment. Artifact types, right? Weapon blade plus marble. Weapon blade plus bronze and any stone equals enhancer. I don't know if there's bronze on that. Jesus. I don't want to go down there, man. It smells like a gas leak. Yeah, I bet it would, wouldn't it? Am I supposed to go down there? Like... Oh. Surely not, right? I mean... The lights are out. Where would the light switch be? This is where it came from? Oh, it's not. Mystery novel From the Train to Nowhere. Yeah, this is where I thought I was gonna come out from. Okay. Going forward, there will be some stricter expectations regarding the processing and disposal of furnace waste. To prevent the smell of ashes from seeping into every place those sacks are stored, you will begin mixing in silicon dust with the ashes so as to conceal the smell. I hope this is well understood, Mr. Marl. The proportion of silicon dust used should be equal to 1/10 of the volume of ashes so as to avoid any excessive waste of resources. Okay. What just made that noise? None of these doors seem to want to work. You think he's following me all the way down here? I'm not going back through there, man. I can't be doing all that. Hey, man. Let's get some information. This is high quality leather. This is tough. It's what they make really expensive shoes out of. So why burn shoes that nice? It's because they were burning a body? I don't get it. It's a statue. This isn't exactly the Grand, which is, of course, an exceptionally large and world-famous museum in Lan Metro City. It's not even among the 5 biggest museums in the city of Bridgeboro. At some point, you ask yourself what a local museum has to do with so many relics from across the world. And how much trouble and money would it have taken to get one of these statues in the first place, only to end up tucking it out of sight? Unless someone was intentionally looking for rare artifacts and trying to land on something juicy. So it's Veden. These people are a loose collective of occultist groups with ties to the worshiping of nature and archaic deities. The term is often used to refer to nature-worshipping groups in general. Okay. Does weird things. It's been true every time so far. I have no doubt it's Veden, likely has properties, but it's only a talisman. Last I remember, they don't have any associated functions, not directed anyway. Even if it has properties. So it could melt our brains off. If you want to test that theory, be my guess. Okay, good to know that that one definitely is blue. It's a talisman, which means I think it's psycho-effective. I think I'm correct on that. Where is the... People don't usually have any manually active function. What about the headaches? Emanations of some kind. It doesn't contradict previous encounters. If they aren't, then I got the wrong impression. Carved broken stone? I'm trying to understand what it does. Can't think of a single thing. Doesn't seem like it has anything I've seen. Maybe I'm being too rash to assume it does anything. It's very unclear. The thing is, there's this blood print in the middle, like a fingerprint. It would mean it's manually activated like that. If that's true, then it would have been used by a person. New friend seems to think someone dropped it. Can we trust that guy? Let's say for a moment he's telling the truth, but why would anyone carry something like this around? Did someone involved have it with them? The attacker was some creature. Maybe the stone was attached to it? I don't know. I've never heard or seen anything like that before. But keep in mind the blood print in the middle. It's too precise. That has to mean a person had it at some point. Even if he's telling the truth, it doesn't matter at all what it does. Someone carried it around and left that print. Either it was Shelley, Or with someone else. We'll see. Okay. Not these fuckers again. There's a few things to consider. We're in a large city. I don't know how likely it is any of them are around. They tend to gather in groups, and a group would find it difficult to conceal themselves this well, which makes me think they probably aren't here. Still, might not be a bad idea to be cautious. Okay, so the entire hotel, sorry, not hotel, the entire staff of the museum are actually an occultist group under the guise of being museum workers. Okay. So if I ever want to know information, I should talk to this guy. Alright. What else am I missing then? I was really expecting there to be more in the basement, but that could just be... That could just be because I didn't check all the basement spots, but... There is, of course, the thing that said, hey, you've done as much as you need to do here. Damn, so that's actually Cavershaw's writing right there. What an asshole. So, what do I remember about this? Needle was supposed to be getting more night shifts, but he's only stuck on day shift, which looks like he would be up here. Now, on top of that, he's also supposed to not have... I think he has to be the third one because he's getting stuck with all these day shifts. Oh, well then that would make this... Right? I had to, like, remember all the stuff I was doing. One of you will have to step up next month. I can't do it again. Suck it up. So that means that he did it this month and that month, which means he can't be B1. He would have to be... Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, this feels correct to me. Like, I mean, honestly, this feels correct to me. Then he would have to be number 1, I guess. But I don't know how you're supposed to identify the other 3 off of that until you get some more information. I didn't know I could do this. Okay. Cool, I'm on the desk. Can I do that over here too? Oh my god, I can. Uh-oh. Oh no. No, 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 no. Ah, shit. Please push me out. Oh, thank god. Okay. All right. We we were almost in trouble right there. Okay. Okay, we're fine. Rupert has a barely audible buzzing sound coming from inside. What the fuck could that be? And why is this a completely different sigil than what you see over here? My locker bees. Oh wait, this is the old, oh, hold on, this is the old version. Okay. Wait a minute. Are these different now? Because that's gonna be so much work. Let's just check like the first three. 096 Chalice. 096 Chalice. 451, 331, 451, 308. Okay, and then I have to do 451, 346, 331, 011. Is that new? The dagger might be new, I think. Hang on. The dagger is new. Okay. So what do we know? Oops. We know that the ceremonial dagger is 331. And we know that it gave, so we know that the dagger is 331, okay. I think we already knew this, low-key. It's a ceremonial dagger. There's gotta be somewhere else in this place that dude, no, wait, I was making a joke earlier. I think that's actually the point. This guy is so fucking weird. He took a bus to get here, the freak. And he doesn't have a good excuse for why he's here. This guy is part of a hidden Veden occultist group that shows up at the museum. You can just tell. Look at him. You can just tell. I'm actually a genius. Where does this take me? Marl is still standing over there, man. What a freak. Alright. What am I missing? Like, I think that the things that I have to do are, like, bonus. Maybe. Great place to learn about history. I think I'll do another run of the place. Yeah, like, okay, yeah, man. You go do another run of the place. You cult worshiping motherfucker, you. I can spare a few words. Let's talk about what you know, man. Because I haven't talked to you in a minute. We should talk about the staff photograph. That's my father on the print. Your father also works here? Worked. That was years ago, as you said. He did the cleaning, same as me. This line of work isn't known for being dynastic. It only made sense to take on his work after he passed on. Well, as it goes, it's a good deal. The place has its boons. Yeah, it has its boons, asshole. What are your thoughts on this ceremonial dagger? It never struck me as important. Struck? Hmm? Yeah, okay, man. Never struck him. It's because he was doing the striking. Your name is Mr. Shanks, dude. His name is literally Mr. Shanks. Like, like, come on. Like, I made a joke the other day. there was that person who did a shooting at an ice facility, you know, like a horrible thing to have done. And one of the articles that came out about that guy was they looked at his Steam profile and they were like judging him based off of like his groups and like the games he played, which were literally just like Team Fortress 2 and Left 4 Dead 2. And then he had a bunch of like really stupid aliases. And I made a joke the other day. I don't know if you're aware, but my sorry. I thought I was so fucking funny. My Steam profile looks like this. It looks like this, right? My name is Mr. Shoots, and it just says I'm Mr. Shoots. And I made a joke the other day, like, if I ever shot up a place, do you think they'd find my Steam profile page and go, well, he is Mr. Shoots? like damn, that is his name. He wasn't lying, I guess. It just really made me laugh. yeah, real subtle. FBI. The FBI writing on all my bullets, I'm Mr. Shoots. What a genius. There's no way to ask about this without raising suspicion, alright? Don't know what to think of him. Keeps to himself. He was here that night, you know. A little bit surprised to learn that. Alright. Miss Maze. That woman hasn't worked here so long compared to the others. I mean, it's been 4 years now? 5? Wait, she hasn't worked that long compared to the others. 4 years? Dude, there's no turnover at this museum. The eyes. It is really funny because I saw something that was like a really good point, which is that when a potential shooter is still alive, they can't incriminate, they can't fake stuff on like the bullets. They can't plant evidence because there's a trial going on, because that person is still alive and they have a trial where they can't just put in evidence that they created. But when the person is already dead, it doesn't matter. There's no trial, right? So they can just write whatever they want, which is why you only see all these like FBI photos of like, we found these bullets with things written on them on the shooters that have died. And it's really obvious when you realize that. They just don't show you anything from any of the other shootings because of that. Because it would literally be against the law. I don't know an ISO from a HESA or a WUSA. Can't help you with that. None of my business. A slang term used for a long time to refer to Hessian beer. Alright, beast mode. Carved runes? Never knows anything of the sort. Yeah, You thinking of stealing that? Yeah, I am, man. Tell me about the engraved shield. I thought once I saw it glow when the lights were mostly out. Maybe a trick of the eye? Oh, fuck. I gotta go check that out. Later, man. Where was the basement? Where was the basement? Don't make me go back through. I think I have to go through the top. Yeah, at least they're like... Well, I mean, I guess I don't know, actually. I was gonna say at least they're more incompetent now, but I mean, it could just be fake incompetence. For the, you know, to appear incompetent so that people think they know what's going on. And then they're actually doing way more egregious stuff behind the scenes that nobody actually realizes. If I were an FBI agent and I were trying to do that, that's how I would do it. These fucked up noises in here, man. Is this where the shield was? This shit ain't glowing. Guy who just has his lighter out at all times. Alright, let's check out the back here, because I haven't checked this out yet. There's another one of those. What is that? Okay, like, something's fishy. Likely a molehill. Blue flowers. Blue flowers. And these are out of season. What if it's a mole man? Yes, I get to finally see what the fuck this is. Okay, so I don't get to know what it is, I guess. So this is interesting, that this exists in this way. Because most of these tree bushes things, you can't... Dude, he is so slow. You think I can get back here? I'm gonna bet you can't, but like I kinda wanna hug the wall anyway. Yo, what's up, Smith? How's the game? It's good. It's, I think it wants me to continue onward, and I need to solve puzzles later, but I have that thing in my brain that's like, dude, you have to solve everything right now. And as a result, we should just keep moving. It's getting spooky, though. It is getting spookier. It's getting dark and spooky. Speaking of dark and spooky, I did steal Silent Hill F. And it took me 2 hours to get my controller to work for it. Oh, I can go this way. Oh, I can't go this way. I had to, because the way that the stolen version works is it's like it has to emulate Steam for some reason, but if you put the game into Steam, it doesn't connect to Steam. So I can't get Steam controller to recognize my controller, my PS4 Hori pad, so it's not even just like an official PS4 which barely functions on a Windows computer. It's like some other shit. So I had to like download DS4 Windows XP 95. I don't think there's anything else in here. I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to be down here either. This place, like, genuinely is freaking me the fuck out. Formal button-up shirt does not appear to have smears of grime and filth. Okay. And then we had that one thing that was, So, if I were if this is the door right here, five on the left. Don't know what it means. Like, especially, okay, now this wouldn't be that scary. I'll say this. It wouldn't be that scary if you hadn't, if you never went in here and then did this, or, sorry, which one is it? No, not this one, hang on. If you never did this, right, then nothing about this is that scary. But if you actually did your research and clicked on all the stuff and then did this, it's like, I don't want to see the fucking Night Stalker. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see the fucking Night Stalker. Like, I run very, very slowly. Suspected potential presence based on context of the case and observations around scene of the incidents. Tend to seek out and select some large vacant container which they remain near and seal themselves in when not active to rest and avoid daylight. These vessels are typically isolated, hidden in dark places, cabinets, tankers, dumpsters, etc. They're big. Keep the lights on and stay in the light. Double underlined. Nocturnes hunt during the nighttime and will avoid overcrowded and heavily urbanized areas. They stalk in unlit locales where they can remain concealed in the darkness. Though they primarily sustain themselves on small to medium-sized wildlife, a nocturne will not hesitate to prey upon a human victim if emboldened sufficiently by a dark and isolated environment. The nocturne does not possess a human level of intelligence and is in fact unmistakably animalistic in its behavior and reactions. But there is some level of intelligence that places them above most animals, as they are able to skillfully avoid threats and elude detection. Something uncannily human about their movements at times. Forgetting that that screen does not pause the game, by the way, and there's just a Night Stalker coming towards me. Okay, so we can progress the day if we want to, in order to get more information. And I'm thinking I might do that, but I really wouldn't mind figuring this out. Or at least getting... We know that one's psychoeffective. We know that the light blue is an enhancer. He said some stuff about a bunch of these things, and I don't remember what they were now. Well, what's interesting is that this says 221, 011, and 96. We know that 96 is sensitive, probably. It could actually just be an instrument, but, well, it would have to be an enhancer now. Well, they can't both be inert. What am I missing? Sensitive? They can't be sensitive. I don't know. This is driving me crazy. Like, I think I just ignore it for now. And this toilet doesn't flush. Well, that toilet's been cleaned, is the thing, right? So this toilet's been cleaned recently, according to my information. No mirrors in the bathroom. I want to talk to you. Let's talk about Mr. Shanks. Okay, let's talk about the mask. Okay, are you the guy who just goes like, oh, I'm sure the blah, 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 blah. Let's talk about the museum guide. Okay, yeah, she is, or he is. It's no place for outside visitors. Well, should have thought about that before you let me into your fucking museum, you obvious occultist piece of shit. Okay. I think it's probably bookshelves I'm looking for, but 5 bookshelves seems like a lot. Let's talk to you. I don't think we have any collections or exhibits from the Isa civilization. One of the great civilizations of the ancient world, its imagery and history have completely seeped into the popular culture of the modern world. Thematic TV shows, children's encyclopedias, and costumes sold at supermarkets is only the surface of it. Oh, sorry. I wasn't done with you. I don't really know why it could have been removed. Been on display a short while. I've been allowed to examine it anyway. Cabershaw's been quite touchy about it. Haven't had a chance to examine it, even though I've asked a few times. There was this other exhibit. I think that stone lantern. Remember they told me something similar about that one. I'm not sure. Yeah. Okay, so they are enhancers. Right? Like they are, that is an enhancer. They're both green. Hey, guard on shift. Oh, right, because they're going to be here in the evening. Of course they are. Yeah, okay. Sure. So if I want more information, I do have to do that. Okay, I understand. That would make a lot of sense. Nick Swan, I don't know that name. Can't match that face. Christopher Needle, he's a guard here. Okay, so we have more names there. Gregory Whistler. Morset. I don't find it appropriate to talk behind his back. Alright, whatever, man. Clearly you're not helping me as much as you should be. Okay, just checking all these really fast. Let's check this really quickly. Yes, supported by Secretive Invitation and well, I don't know. Maybe the carved runes. No? Okay. So we're going to get more information about all that soon. And this is just wrong. Enhancer artifacts. Instrument artifacts. Notable external effects. There's 4 notable external effects. Okay, right. So we know that the engraved shield, we know that the talisman, we don't know about that. Instrument artifacts, we know the broken, Jesus fuck. Wait, that was it? That scared the shit out of me. Okay, well that's weird that it gave me so there's more here, but it locked in some of it apparently. Which is nice. That's good. Okay, well that's actually super helpful. Because now we actually know for a fact that that is an enhancer. We know that light blue is enhancer. It has to be. That is just very helpful. And then we know that the talisman has an external effect. And we know that the sigil is broken. Is logically enough to deduce this is Veden. Yeah. Missive only is so... Maybe it's these two things. No. Notable... Let's put in the bronze chalice. No. I mean, the jewelry could be correct. I like that the staff photo is in here. You know what? You know what? I think that's an enhancer. All right. Anyway, well, that's good. We got some information there. We should talk to her more again. Let's get some of this here. Cavershell was also here, right? And then one of the guards is going to be involved. Low-key, I could guess it right now. Because we know everything else is correct. Okay, maybe not, maybe not. Well, if he was... Maybe he wasn't directly involved. Nah, okay. That's fine. We know that this guy was present. I don't know what this means, so alright. I think we probably continue with the time of day. Wait, this is blue too. Oh, I don't think I realized that this had light blue on it. Wait a minute. If this is light blue, then this jewelry is also an enhancer. How did I never see that before? Oh my god. This is the thalassite, yeah. The thalassite jewelry, okay. So if that's that, then that means... No. It's an enhancer and something else. Unlike some other stuff, the yellow is definitely not an instrument. We know it's not an instrument. If that's the case, what could the yellow mean? It could mean it's transmissive. So I'm gonna get stuck on this again. Okay, wait, so we know that this is actually an enhancer. Fuck, we don't know anything. We don't fucking know anything, actually. It could mean it's sensitive. I think it probably means it's emissive. Then this is transmissive. This is sensitive. Oh man, he said something about the he said the stone lantern and something else were the same thing. The chalice? The chalice and the stone lantern? Which would indicate that they... Wait, you have Stream Rewind for subs? That's crazy. That's like kind of funny. Like YouTube just has that raw, and then they're like, nope, you gotta pay $6 for this. Okay, what'd you just write down about that, man? That's all? That's all you wrote? So we know light blue is enhancers because we got a correct notification for this, which means that this has to be enhancer as well because it's also light blue. The broken sigil must have... No, because the broken sigil... Well... I think the other enhancer is this chalice. Notable external effects. We don't know the other ones. Mostly because there's a gas leak down there. Wait a minute. Oh my god. Hold on. This could be crazy. That wouldn't work? Are you sure? It's a stone lantern. Let me light the bitch. Right? And it is green. So, what are you thinking, man? No, that's what I'm asking you. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? God, this guy can't do anything right. Okay, we've already talked about this. I'm loving this ambient, like, a lot. Carved runes. Why do I have a blank piece of paper? I still don't know why I have that. It's got to be something to do with the other two documents that I have. A bit tacky. I used to order stuff like that delivered to Lionel to tick him off, you know? Oh, is he gay? What's the plan? Just poke it till it gets pissed and wakes up? We could somehow confirm it has no readings, we'd know it has no unconventional origin of properties. Otherwise, we'll see. We could somehow confirm it has no readings? And how do you want me to do that? What do I have in here that would make you think I can do that? Pocket knife. Oh! Ooh, 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 ooh! I gotta get outside. I gotta get outside. How do I get outside? I actually don't know where the staircase is out here. I think it might be this way. We gotta go to those molehills. We gotta get to the molehills. I'm not trying to make any mountains, but you know. Oh, so those flower petals you want to write down. Okay, man. Yes. Hell yes. Maybe I can get the blue flowers too. It's feeling a little Twin Peaksy with like blue rose cases. The flowers need to be cut more precise. Oh fuck yes. I'm so awesome. Let's see if I can't get a, yeah. These are the flowers, I think. And now we have those as well. The wilted flower. I want to see if I can't get the petals as well. I wanted to see if this was any different though first. I already have a sample. Okay, beautiful. So let's go back and grab. Oh, here comes trouble. Look at him go. Stand on the path. Sorry, man. You're going the wrong way. Oh, he's pissed about it. Look at that. Did you see that? He like stopped for a second. Like let out a big ol' sigh. Look who's come out of his cave. That one hurts every year. I got a sample. Fuck yeah. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Alright, let's go check out these readings at my car. Alright, now we're making real prog. You know what? Let me, hang on. I want to read about this Carnid really fast. Practitioners of the Vedan occultist teachings and faith. Tralfavides are humans who prolong their lives through ritual practices involving the consumption of human meat as a way to absorb their vitality therein. There is some speculation that they might be Vedan spiritual leaders, and because of this are the only ones permitted the privilege of an unnaturally long life. Mr. Shanks is the same guy in the photo. He's a Vedan leader. He eats human flesh. We're killing the son of a bitch, man. We're killing him. He's... it's all coming together. Yeah. Yeah. Hold the fort. Let me read the rest of this. It is noteworthy that the process does not appear capable of reversing one's age, holding it only in place. As a Tralfavide's age increases, the rate of aging becomes more severe, requiring regular consumption of human meat to ward off the decay. This process is unable to achieve true immortality, as after about 1,000 years, even with a regular intake of vitality, the body will begin displaying signs such as paleness of the skin and hair turning white. Well, well, well. What do we have here? Let's go check him out, shall we? Hang on, where is this man? This... Why are these the only pieces I have? Hello? These are all my... Whatever. I'll get back to him. I know he's evil. Yeah, this is a lot of reading. Okay, now, this is what I wanted to know. Yes, there are occasional varied and largely unexplained sets of circumstances during which the consciousness or intent of a deceased human or animal will become trapped in an intermediate state where it is still present in our world but only partially, in an unstable or incomplete way. There are writings on these matters from all across history and the world, but many do not provide concrete or complete information on how exactly this occurs. Spectral presence. These effects can be observed both around a specter and more weakly in places connected to or visited by specters recently or often. A piercing chill in the air is the most common sign. While these presences persist, flames weaken or go out completely. Okay. Based on the size of flame and the magnitude of the presence. Strongly anchored specters shed traces as they shift into a more solid form. Commonly a dry, colorless dust. Boom. Huh? Would you call this colorless, actually? I don't know if I'd call that colorless. I mean, I would say it's colorless in the way that, like, you know, it has no color. Oh yeah, dude, straight up. Yeah, no, I gotta go get more specimen jars. BRB. Actually, let me ask this dude about these things first. Can I help you? I say I've seen flowers that look like this. Do you know where these petals came from? You've always had them around. I mean, every few months, they must be coming from somewhere. The entire year round? Whoa, yeah, it sounds a bit strange what you say it now. I'm just a guy. Like, I don't fucking know anything, apparently. What an asshole. I've been here 15 years, but not that long. I reckon there's at least a few people still working here from when I started. Shanks was already here back then. Same with Mrs. Strickholt. Mrs. Strickholt? Who the H is that? That Mrs. Strickholt worked here some long time. She worked with finances, records, that sort of thing. Okay. Tell me about... Nothing I can say. Tell me about the leather, because you're definitely going into the basement. No, no, no. Shush, shush, shush. The leather. Leather shoes? I don't care about expensive stuff, sir. My boots are rubber, as you can see. I can't see that, actually. I do some of the work down there. I gotta burn all these leaves somehow. Yeah, but you're also... Oh, hang on. Now, this could be a red herring. This could be the silicon powder. That could be the silicon powder. There's more cotton over here. Dude, my ass do be just straight up trampling these bushes. Oh yeah, no, absolutely worth sampling everything. Can you, like, give me a little hup? Like a little hup? Hup? No? Okay. Here he comes. That's the look of a man you don't want to mess with on a Friday Avo. Look at him. Looking menacing as hell. Alright, let's run back to the car, see if I can't get these specimens analyzed. Hey boy, you want to smell something? Okay. Two more vials. And lead canisters. It remains to be seen if we'll need any. Okay. How do I analyze this shit? Disruptive currents. Okay. Subtle disruptive readings according to the arc reader. Alright, this is so sick. This makes me happy in ways that I can't even begin to explain. Okay, this is garbage. It's worth nothing. Disruptive currents. Nothing. So interestingly, the wilted flowers do nothing. Just do it on everything. I don't even fucking care. Alright, now how do I get rid of, how do I get rid of the stuff that doesn't matter, you think? Alright, now that we know that we can do this, it's so sick. Like, I'm just so down. I'm just so down to do this all day. It's just like walking around and grabbing samples and stuff and then just going back to the car. like hell yeah, man. Never know when I might need a vial or two, you know. Nothing, really. Alright. So. Pieces of cotton. Let's talk to you one more time, lady. Let me get some more information, okay? Okay. I was in the flower beds. He pushed me. I tripped over right into the flowers. I just couldn't get up. I was done for. I only realized I was down when I got startled. Good think of telling us that when earlier? I don't know, okay? So much happened so fast. That had something to do with this? I didn't receive any messages. Okay. You don't know anyone that could have led you out here to ambush you. Not even Fred could have gone. Fred? A boyfriend. But that was ages ago. At least 3 months. A slap in the face. When it like, scared me, that's when I knew I was still alive. I already asked this question. Blue flowers. Okay, you don't give a fuck about those. Dry flower petals. Alright, you don't give a fuck about those. Charred leather. I didn't lose any shoes. Dried blood. Couldn't be mine. But it is odd. When I waited here that night, the ground was covered in blood. Bright red blood. That can't be right, can it? It was dark, but I could see it everywhere. Oh, gods, I can't stand this. Gods, plural? Perhaps they're ancient deities that you're worshipping. I wasn't dragged. Alright. I'm just gonna say all their names, and then we're gonna see if she recalls. Okay. Yeah, she did say when I waited here. Interesting stuff. Little lady. Well, what was she waiting on then? Oh, never mind. Okay, so we can ask her because she's crazy, right? Would you have seen anything resembling a small stone object during the time of the attack? Excuse me. What does that matter? Just if you say if you saw anything. Might have been several small pieces on the ground and not where I was waiting. Why were you waiting? I just want to ask that question. Why were you waiting? Museum grounds. You have any ties to this place? I didn't even know it was a museum. What are we doing? Thank you. Okay, thank you. I had to be here. I don't know how I got to this place. You have no memory of it. I was heading to the museum. I just don't remember why. I needed to get here. I needed to keep walking. There was something important. Okay, so she was a victim. She was going to get stolen by Mr. Shanks to be eaten in a cannibalistic ritual in order to keep his vitality up. She doesn't remember any of it because they used enhancer and instruments in order to mind blast her in a way where she forgot. But the blood on the ground that she saw was because it was probably, and I'm going off of a whim here, a full moon. It was part of the ritual in which she was going to die. And then somebody stopped her. Somebody who shouldn't be here, Dr. Hess, upstairs. I'm putting the pieces together. I don't know if there's going to be any ghosts. I mean, there could be some ghosts. This is just Laura Palmer. I'm realizing now, like I wasn't sure the first day. This is just Laura Palmer. This is like an exact outfit that Laura Palmer wears. Archear. Oh. Atmospheric rock current reader. Atmospheric currents. Feel so. Yeah. I set up the antenna. I'll check it when I can. Let's talk to you about Fred. No specific thing to mention. What if he gave her some kind of curse ring that forces her to think about him every few hours? Yeah, that works too. Whatever. Fine. Some of them are dead and some of them are blooming. Is that supposed to happen? I think someone's taking special care of them. Right. Okay, let's go talk to Marl. Are you able to ask her about Fred? Oh, great point. Alright. Yeah, man. Tell me about the fucking blue flowers. The blue Cantrillions? Dude, they... I knew that people loved Cantillions. But to make a Cantrillion of them, my god. That's a lot. Just... Anyway. Alright. Those bloom in the summer. I've been growing them for years to have some color there in July and August. Can you guess why some of them are still blooming? Well, never struck me as important. Dude, you fucking suck at your job! It's been happening for as long as I've been doing it. So long as they do their blooming in the summer, the rest doesn't matter to me. You are so worthless, dog. There's a lot of people named Fred, sir. Do you know anyone named Fred whom you've seen around the museum? My pals don't come around here. Interesting, because you know that they do cannibalistic rituals here? You don't want your friends getting eaten? Fucking asshole, I know what you are. Yeah, your eyes are still good? Dude, your brain's bad, motherfucker. Your brain's dumb as bricks. Just saying. This guy's got nothing going on up there. You knock and it's like an echo, you know? What do you think about that Marl guy, huh? Fucking asshole, right? Like, just as loud as possible. just turn around. That Marl guy, huh? Alright, let me go ask her about Fred. Wait. Hold. Ba-boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should be 5 over here. Yup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's something here. This ornament's top piece has been glued to the body. It needs to be softened first. The top came off. Some kind of old document stuck in there. Manuscript pages. An incomplete and unusual manuscript worn by time. Oh yeah, man, I can read that. Transfer of source of power into this grants power or draws power. Observe the descriptions of the lost process. They knew what it was and knew its workings. but none among them could replicate it. I have attempted to call upon it through the ritual of the water and communed with the elders, but to no avail. It is only through my discovery of a source of power potent enough that it has been made possible. Thus can mere men be drawn and beckoned, as a flower beckons the honeybee. The ritual requires some preparation, but it has made this difficult endeavor stable and sure. Sorry, that's just a crazy set of words for me. The flower petals. Thus are channeled the powers of calling. The effects are awakened through. The vessel holds and unlocks the influence. The ritual is only possible through the source of power. Much is demanded. I have not located descriptions of other means of achieving the ritual's reach and effect. I will continue searching, but first there must also be a vessel as is required. If this were a simple task, its fruit would be that much less sweet. So this is all Cavershaw, right? Like, this guy is obviously a fucking, like, who writes in cursive these days? Only a guy who is actually at least 500 years old. Everybody's eating flesh tonight. Wait, that's the same thing. Ooh. Yeah. Arrive you where you are beckoned. The mind is called to a place. Okay, alright, yeah, got it. So you are sending letters, blank pieces of paper that have the inscription written on them in invisible ink where the mind can read it, but the eye can't see it. Then you're telling them to show up to a place. She doesn't remember why. It's all coming together. I've been playing the game for like 3 hours. It's all coming together. Describes the process of leading a mind towards a place, but is this possible? There must be some way to make the place call and the mind to listen. Once they arrive, it has then been made possible to consume their life. Kaboom! All it took was reading one page, and I went, oh, that's what's going on, baby. Oh, yeah, word. Oh, baby. Wait, these are like all page 351? Page 314? Like, what's going on here? Okay, let me look at this. Line equals 4. Eyeball, top glasses, like, water symbol. Where's that book at? No, it's not in here. Fuck, where is it? I think it's over here? No, not the Night Stalker. Okay, it was equal sign first. So if that's strong, I'm thinking that upside down means weak, right? And it's definitely upside down. Okay. Very important stuff here. All right, time to go announce to all the cannibals that I found their fucking I found their stuff. Hey man. Turns around slowly as hell. Yeah, I mean, of course, right? Okay, so I'm getting the pieces. I'm getting it. We should talk to Hess, though. I think Hess is probably the innocent guy in this regard. But before I do that, let me go over here. So I'm hoping there's no ghosts I mean, there could be ghosts. Hi, honey. Check this shit out. Found something? Oh, it's old. Really old. You realize whoever wrote that is long gone, right? Nice one. That's a good joke. That's actually... That's a good joke. If only she had read the same piece of paper that I just read an hour ago. Like, then she would know how foolish she truly is. Okay, we should check out... Yeah, I'm thinking he's in those. Yeah, you know, where's that letter that I got? Secret invitation. Whose writing is this? S. Hang on, what's her fucking name? Shelly. Okay, so it's definitely to her. Okay. Check this out. Yeah, okay. Here comes trouble. I'm thinking that... This is the handwriting of a guy who does not write his name often. Or this is the handwriting of a guy who writes in cursive. You thinking the same thing? Like, it's sloppy but neat at the same time. I could be overthinking the fuck out of that. But I'm thinking that either I'm correct on everything I think, or this is like the red herring section. Oh, I did need to ask her about Fred. Hang on. What if it's actually Fred Flintstone and she's 1,000 years old? Holy shit. Could you imagine? I'm telling you, you had nothing to do with this. You don't sound so sure of yourself. Don't you want us to get to the bottom of this? I suppose. When was the last time you saw Fred? There were one of 2 times after things ended, but that was months ago. 2 months at least. He hasn't threatened me. Alright, so... So, good terms to her is hasn't been threatened by an ex-boyfriend. That's... Honey, we gotta move you out of Bridgeboro. Like, what are you doing here? Your concept of on good terms is not been threatened? On good terms is like, oh yeah, we haven't blocked each other on everything. Like, come on. Normal, I guess. Dark hair? What am I supposed to say? Build type, facial hair. He was taller than me and not skinny. 30 something? He had no beard. Does he have a last name? I forgot. Never mind. Check out the people in this photo. Okay. Fred has been asked about. Let's talk to you about this dusty tome. That's way beyond my depth, man. You think some freak forced to mess with anyone who stumbled onto that? It could be genuine, but then again, it could be unrelated to our concerns. What are you saying? Why would you say that? And what? I'm okay. Christopher's a little dense too, apparently. Apparently I'm the only guy on track right now. What do you mean it could be genuine? You found this in the basement, in a place you're not supposed to be, sealed away, in a pillar with glue. And you've clearly marked, you've earmarked, not the worship, hang on. The Carnid? You've earmarked the Carnid. You clearly know something. Let me get those lead canisters. No, not yet? Okay. Let me... Reader cannot detect anything. I think this blank sheet of paper has something on it. I just don't know how to use it yet. Oh, wait, what about this? No. I was thinking that you need, like, a pen to, like, do this to the paper, get some information about it, but, maybe not. Another barrel has been moved. Okay, I'm gonna check... Oh, more flower petals. I do want to come over here. This is important. I know this is important. Because otherwise, why would they hide it? Okay, maybe I can't access it. All right. Let's go raise some suspicions, shall we? Let's go talk to her. What's up, you freak? Let's talk about the piece of cotton. Alright, let's talk about the ceremonial dagger. That ceremonial dagger was estimated to be roughly 6 or 7 centuries old. It was found in a burial mound in modern-day Wallachia. The dagger itself very likely has some ritual significance, and it... Kind of why it's missing from the display? Oh, it is? I wasn't told. In the meantime, why would you speak? Christoph! Wake up, man! You're not the police, you're a ghost cop! Stop it! He's ruining everything! Tell me about the mask. Judging by mountain... Oh, I hit my medication. Judging by the mountainy region it came from, it's assumed to be spruce wood, which the people assign special significance to. It's spruce, okay. You see, because of the scarcity of the spruces in those areas, the locals might have seen and venerated the wood as sacred. In these remote Dirkian cultures, these masks might have had ties to customs related to local holidays and celebrations. Did you know that masks have some relation to spiritual beliefs and ritual customs in nearly every culture? Yeah, I do, actually. You don't see anything unusual about it? Unusual? No. Oh, so you've been here before? I've just heard about the shield. It left our visitors with a very bad impression. That was just unacceptable. I'm sure you'd agree. In any case, it's important to point out that this was a decorative shield and not one intended for combat. It's quite rare to encounter shields of that kind. Can't say there's been anything unusual about that. Please only refrain from touching it. It's been known to leave stains. Transmissive. Paper. Yeah, now we're cooking. Now we're fucking cooking now. This house in the curator's library? Oh yes, that one's very dear to our museum's curator. Very old piece of history. Early Westrish, I believe. I advise against touching it, however. Natural oils affect the metal. And I've been told that touching the metal is not good for the skin. So another transmissive is the chalice. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. I don't believe the museum has any exhibits of Eastside origin. But I could direct you to some of our exhibits of other ancient civilizations, such as the Thylacite Croynans and the Creedmans. Okay, why are you so smug about the Creedmans? Primitive and broad ancient cultural group believed to have inhabited the island of Greater Isulian, whatever, and parts of continental Atla. They are only known through the many stone carvings they left behind. Okay, so you're like racist against the Creedmans, I guess? Okay. Yeah, there's something important about the flowers. Keep up, lady. Charred leather. Okay. People. Let's talk about people. Fred. No? Okay. People. Let's talk about Mrs. Strickholt. S. Horner. You don't know the name. He works here. Yes. You know, that museum guard, this guy's an asshole. So he's the day shift guard. I'm just realizing. So that museum guard and one of these 4 people are the same person. I'm realizing just now. They are one and the same. Okay. This person's worthless and not worth my time. This is an animal motif. What do we know about animal motifs? Plus granite, pine, copper. All right. This is a lesser object of power. That's what we know. That's what we can discern from that. That this is potentially purple. That's what we know. There's way too many yellow things out for it to be normal. But also, if we're going off of the understanding that... Oh, this is where this is? Okay, good to know. If we're going off of the assumption that this place is actually filled with freaks, then it makes sense that there would be a lot of freak-like things on display. That's what I'm realizing. So it's actually okay, because nobody is actually at this museum. It's an empty-ass museum. Let's go touch this thing. Alright, you win this time. These are orange? Wait, these are orange. Hang on. What do we know about orange? Why would she say that? She said it because she wants you to know that it's transmissive. That's the reason in my brain. What is orange? Discovered in the museum area, early Westerish, flint, bronze, arrowheads. 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 I haven't listened to Have a Nice Life in like fucking years, so I'm pretty sure I have the rhythm of that wrong, but you get the gist. Arrowheads. Would that be a weapon blade? It's flint and bronze. Infused stones. No meaningful function is bronze only. I'm thinking that orange is not that bad. But then why would this guy be like sitting here? And notice that this doesn't have... So we need to do some identification of like what doesn't have a square by it as well. Why do these... What does this have in common with this? Right? They're both the same. These are arrowheads, flint, bronze. Okay, this is actually this is a good way to do this. Orange. Arrowheads, flint, bronze. This is a good way to discern what this means. Tool fragments. copper, tin. And then we can figure that out later. Furniture making tools. Steel, aluminum, brass. More orange. Effigies. Petrified wood. Brass. Creamstone. Yo, what's up, Yak? How you doing? We're looking for cannibals. I think we've actually found the lead of this whole investigation. Because basically what I did, hang on, I need to pick this up. Okay, there we go. Basically, I read one thing that was in the manual of the game, and I went, oh, that's gotta be what it is, right? Okay, so we went over here and we read, the Vid Incarnate, right? And we read this, and I down here it goes like, custom dictates that a victim must come to a Trophivide's sacred ground through no use of force to be an acceptable offering. I didn't even read that the first time. Boom! It's a fucking cannibal. And what do we know? That they have to eat human flesh from an offering in order to stay healthy, right? To stay young. Now, what do we know? That Mr. Shanks over here, the son of a bitch, I don't know where he is actually, but Mr. Shanks is he looks a little bit like a guy in a photo from 20 million years ago. And what does that tell us? Well, it tells us that we're looking at a Shining situation where that guy is not a ghost, he's just eating people. These are yellow. I'm gonna write this down. The rat bastard. These are also yellow. It does, doesn't it? Well, okay, so the other thing that we think that is going on is that this entire place is actually a Veden, which is like an occultist group. It's actually it's run by occultists, right? And what do the occultists need? Well, they need access to objects that have magical powers or properties associated with them. So they have this cover that they're researching all of these different things, when in actuality, they're just trying to find objects of power that they can use to start their cannibalistic rituals. Yeah. Okay, that one's orange? That one's orange. What does this one say? I'm writing all this down because it's gonna be better than me constantly running around and figuring out what the fuck is in here. Okay, wait, now this one is red. Interesting. It's because it's made of limestone. And like, check this guy out, right? What a freak. He walked here. He's looking for osmocillin. He really loves the exhibits? What? No, it's just a good place to get away from time to time. I don't know what you're talking about. I just love coming here and hanging out. Like, no. You're a freak. You're a freak just like the rest of them. Okay, low-key also, it would be really cool if the game actually gave... I could see it doing this where because the game looks like this, like intentionally, all the NPCs don't move, right? They just stand there all day. It'd be really cool if the game was like later on explained that they all just stood there because they're like hypnotized. like they're just like that because of the hypnosis effect from this. Like, it would make sense, no? Like, arrive you where you are beckoned, you know? Like, it kind of checks out. It'd just be really funny to do it like that, because like look at you can't see him from here. There he is. You can see him. A beautiful photo of Marl from far, far away. Like, look at Marl, man. Is he moving? This was a one dev game? Oh, yeah. The way that it's set up, it feels like it could be like an episodic thing. I think that the museum is like basically the only place. I'm thinking that that's probably the case. I don't think this is going to be a very long game. I think I'm just taking my time with it. You know what I mean? I think that because I did look at the achievements a little bit, and one of the achievements is like make it tonight, right? And I went, oh, so you're not really going to be, it's not going to be like a multi-day thing. It's going to be a one-day investigation where you make it to the nighttime portion. We don't know. We just don't know. Well, actually, we should leave that there because we kind of want to know. Rupert on there twice. Nick Swan on there twice. Preston. Yeah, we don't know. All right. So this is red and orange. Yeah, I've been like holding off on it. They've been trying to get me to advance time for like multiple hours of me being in here now. Yellow dress trinkets, enameled copper, silvered tin, gemstones. We already know what blue is. I mean, I guess I could write it down, but we already know that blue is definitely transmissive. Well, hang on. What do we know? We know blue is... Light blue is enhancer. We know it is because we have the other piece of information. Okay, so hang on. One more try here, all right? We know that light blue is enhancer. We know that dark blue is psychoeffective. Yellow is burial urn ash grain, rings and clasps brass gold, dress trinkets enameled copper, silvered tin, gemstones. An instrument has to be actively turned on. An enhancer is not manual, correct? Hold. Yes, we are still on this. Sorry, I can't help it. So, yes, manual functions will be sorted. Oh, wait, hang on. Okay, so they are manual. Amplify other powers. We know that green is transmissive, which means that red, or is that orange? Orange is what? Arrowheads, bronze, flint, tool fragments, copper, tin, effigies, petrified wood, brass, creamstone, stone carvings, limestone. I think that this one is just emissive. I think that this is inert. What if this isn't psychoeffective? What was the shield? The shield that gave people headaches. I don't think we had a color here. It may have been green. But we know that the... I mean, set it as instrument for now. Purple. What do we know about purple? Purple, 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 purple. Purple. Lesser object of power. I mean, shit, it could be both. Probably not, though. Well, we need something that's transmissive. What do we know about... Okay, I was saying that this one was transmissive. Purple... I mean... I think there's two inerts. I don't know. But it wouldn't make sense for them to be sorted like that. It's hard to identify what I'm doing wrong. No one natural effects is red. Oh, okay, wait. If no one natural effects is red, then that's correct. Okay. So then, literally... What is orange, then? I just feel like I'm right. Oh, wait, hang on. Emissive, inert. I've got two enhancers. They can't both be enhancers. I am getting to that point where I'm like, I mean... We know none of them are unstable. What else do we know about purple? There's only like one purple in the entire place. And it's the animal motif with granite, pine, or copper. Lesser object of power. Potentially purple. Mostly because I don't know if a horse bridle counts as an animal motif. That's my issue. If physical conditions change... Ooh, that could be sensitive, actually. If it's a lesser object of power, then it probably doesn't have as much energy as a normal-ass thing. Passive energy, otherwise normal, then this would have to be transmissive. This is emissive. This is... None of these are unstable, though, is the thing, right? The only thing you could say might be unstable is the psychoeffective ones. But, like... I think 451... Let me look at the yellow ones again. Burial urn, ash grain. Is that anywhere in here? Let me read. Ceremonial object plus brass. Okay. No, it's not in here. Ash grain isn't in here either. Okay. Rings and clasps, brass, gold. Let me read. That would be like a piece of jewelry. Instruments are most jewelry, not head ornaments, torques, or hold pendants. And then no manual function, bronze only, iron only, cedar, mahogany, clay. That's all we know. So there's a world in which all of the yellow ones are instruments, but that would be pretty crazy because an instrument has to have a manual function. AKA putting your bloody thumbprint on it in order to make it do something. So I don't think that's the case. I think if anything, it's emissive or inert. They could just both be inert, I'll be honest. I'm coming to that conclusion. I think that that might just be true. 11 is red. Or orange, I mean. It's orange. Tool fragments, copper, tin. Effigies, petrified wood, brass, creamstone. Effigies, brass... effigies are like a totem with, like, yew. And basalt. Effigies, effigies. What would I call an effigy? Carved figurine plus polished wood equals not manual. I have 3 emissives now. Fuck. Okay. I'll come back later, man. I'll come back. I don't know if I'm solving that shit. I mean, like, just straight up. Tablets can't be tools. Tablets can't be instruments. So we know that red isn't an instrument at all. We know it's not manual at all. Even the most heavily imbued ones we know of are just passive. Just passive. I'm gonna get hard stuck on that again. I gotta go talk to Hess, man. This ain't Hess. Yo. Let's talk about the lantern. I've been told not to touch it. Surface is covered in an unknown chemical, stays on the skin apparently. It's definitely transmissive. We already know that. Thermal dagger. I don't really know why it would have been removed. Okay, we already read that. Yeah, you don't know anything about that. Not in a book anyway. I've seen this really bugging me. I'll have to think. The mask. When I think about that, there was something odd about it. All examinations turned up nothing, but it's like there was this energy. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I need to sample. Did I use a sample thing on the... Oh man, I should have done that. Fuck. Okay, I'll go back down there in a second. We're not allowed to examine that one, or I'm not, I should say. I looked it over in the display case one time. Okay, it's definitely psychoactive. I'm getting all the information I already know. I must have missed that. There was some talk around the museum for a while, strained the eyes of visitors too much. It was just quite touchy. Okay, I've already asked about this before, sorry. Blue flowers. Okay, dried flowers. When I went down to look around the grounds last night, there were these flower petals absolutely everywhere. That's what she said. She said, okay. Thinking out loud, what if Shelley thought that the ground was filled with blood, but it was actually rose or flower petals that were just bright red at the time, and because the ritual didn't go through, or because the ritual was happening, the energy from the flowers was sucked away, and now they're just dried flower petals. And, okay, yeah, Cavershaw's just obviously behind this. Because Cavershaw also has that note in the basement saying, hey, we really need you to hide the fact that we're burning all these fucking flower petals. Right? In the light, they were dark? I suppose they could have been old and dry. Okay. Let's talk about Fred. Haven't many Freds here. Nick Swan. Preston. The rest will probably mislead you. Right, yeah. Cavershaw. There's a Strickholt. Okay. Horner. Okay. I don't have any business down there. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm keeping up. It's mostly like I have an idea of what they want me to do, but I'm not progressing the actual game like at all because I want to solve this other shit, but I just can't. Did I ask him about the Issa statue? Let me ask him about the Issa statue really fast. Okay. Okay, yeah, right. You're worthless as well. I forgot. My fault. Keep your lights on, man. Keep your wits about you. It's really gonna... Like, I'm walking back over here, and I know I shouldn't. It's gonna drive me crazy. I think all of this is correct. So, it's really a 1 in 3 on the other guesses. Emissive, transmissive, and what? Sensitive? No. It would have to be unstable, which is just not true. Is the answer out there. I think that if you looked at everything correctly long enough, it would make sense. I think there's also a good chance that I haven't spoken to everybody, but I also can't let myself not just sit here and do this. Nothing in here is an instrument as well, which is important to make note of. Something in here has to be an instrument. What was orange? Okay, let's assume you're an instrument. And then let's just assume that we have emissives and transmissives from there. Okay. So let's assume you are transmissive. You're emissive. Yeah, of course not. You're not an instrument. You're purple. I think purple is at best emissive. No, because, I forgot about that. You can't have orange and red on the same burial urn and one of them be inert. You can't. So, red is emissive. Yellow is inert. And then we have instrument. Yellow has to be inert. It does. It just has to. Because red and orange has to be instrument. Oh my god. There's only one of each, yes. Or transmissive. No. Because there's two modifiers. If there's two modifiers on that one thing and it's orange and red, which I mean this is like peach, this is like red and brown, right? But when you look around it's orange, it looks orange and red to me. If these are the two modifiers that were on that one thing, ceramic vase, ash grain, then it has to be transmissive. Or this is transmissive, but that can't be the case. I guess it could also be sensitive? Like, can something be sensitive? Oh, okay, sorry. Sensitive, very importantly, is not just like, oh, it changes its physical condition if touched or whatever. Sensitive means it has the qualities of an inert entity, but can change if its physical conditions change. Meaning, one of these two colors is sensitive. This is transmissive. This is sensitive. This is inert. This is emissive. Actually, no, I think I want to change that. And then what, we just guess? Okay, well, I'm wrong still. So then we make this sensitive, this inert. One of them, well, because it has to be inert, right? It literally has to be inert. One of those two has to be inert, which means that this has to be emissive. One of them has to be inert, one of them has to be sensitive, because it has the properties, because there's two of them, it has the properties of being inert, but can change. And then some of them are just inert. Meaning, yes, of course, yes. But then why would some, okay, hang on now. There are certain objects that are just orange. There are certain objects that are just red. And then there's one object that's both. So there are certain objects that, I mean, it makes sense one way, right? Hang on, I gotta do it in my head. In one position, there are objects that are only inert and they are not sensitive, they will never change. In another sense, there are objects that are sensitive but are not inert. But then, why wouldn't it, all of the things that are sensitive but not inert also have another color associated with it? Is because there's an understanding that it's already emissive? Importantly, and I should have thought about this before as well, O1 or O11 should not be handled without study, without prior clearance. This means that it's sensitive. We know it's sensitive. We know it's sensitive now. We know that this is inert. Come on, man. I think... I mean, I think I'm right. That's the fucking problem. Let's assume that 221... Wait, 96 as well. Yeah, you can't touch this one because it's transmissive. You can't touch this one because it's an instrument or psychoaffective. And you can't touch this one because it's sensitive. What else is there? Everything else has to be normal to some extent. Enhancers you can touch because they're normal, unless you do something to them. You can touch inert because it's inert. Purple is normal as well, right? So it should just be inert as well, but that wouldn't make sense. So it's be emissive. Two, two, one. 011 and 96. Something in here has to be an instrument. Let me check my notes again. I don't know if we've ruled out any of them as being... Yeah, we don't know... Hang on, let me try doing this really fast. Because I'm realizing now that the lantern... No, okay, so hang on. If the lantern... Emissive only. Let's see. The talisman is here. It has an external effect. The engraved shield has an external effect. The jewelry is not in here. We know that the jewelry is probably that. We know that this is not emissive at all. Let's try putting the chalice there. Oh, that could be an instrument. The thalassite jewelry. Oh, the dagger's already there. The dagger we know is blue. So the lantern can't be there anyway. Because the lantern is green. But I guess it could be... It could be both? Massive... Well... I don't think any of them are unstable. I don't think any of them are instruments. We haven't seen a place where this would be missing. If this is a missive, then... I mean, okay, shit. Since that's there, I'm gonna... Let me do this. Since that's there... Hold on, I might be cooking. I just have two enhancers, that's the problem. I just don't know what this last one is. Or I have something else wrong. The fact that it won't give me anything is like a nightmare, but it is because I'm just fucking guessing, I guess. So yeah, okay, I just don't know. Something here is wrong, I don't know what it is. I think I'm correct though. Okay, I will ignore it for now. We're gonna skip time. We're gonna skip time. I hate to do it. Wait, I had something I wanted to do. I'm sorry. So hang on, let me just really quickly. This fucker, it's a ceramic vase, it's Haimling, it's red and orange. Red and orange. Just like you skip time and like the fucking museum's on fire, like hell yeah, man. It's just red. No, I mean, the other question is, like, why the fuck would I need this? I already know that what the colors mean. This vase is tripping me out, man. How can it be both? There's another thing that's also two. Hold on. Ooh. Okay. Hold the fort. This is jewelry, thylacite, 331 and 451. And then this one is 11 and 346. 331, 451. Okay, hold on. Okay. So there's that over there, which... 331. What was it? Three, 331 and 451. Oh. How are you both without this being emissive at least? It can't be inert. Which I think means that's correct again? How can you be... You can't... But you can't be emissive... Hmm. 331, 451, and 011, 346. So there's two functionalities. 011 and 346, 331, 451. So what does that tell us? Well, that tells us there's a 50-50 here, okay? So what is that? That tells us specifically that either there is something in here that is an instrument. Fuck, that could just be 451, couldn't it? It's probably just this, right? It's probably just that. I'm thinking like 221, 011, 96. 331's an enhancer. 346. Wait, oh, 331 and 451, right? Okay, so they can't both be the same thing. Right. Okay, hang on. So that means this is emissive. There's no fucking way you're an instrument. You're like a giant statue. Like, there's no way. You had to be emissive. I don't know. I feel like 11 should be sensitive. Okay, I'm done looking at this. I have to be done looking at it. I'm done. I'm gonna go talk to her really fast, see what she has to say one more time. Yo. Okay. How are you both? It's light blue. We know it's an enhancer, and it's yellow. What do we know about yellow? Okay, I had to be done. I had to be done doing that. Just. We have to do it. What do you mean it's gone now? Are you even sure you know what you saw? Okay, I didn't exactly see any glitch. I'm telling you, there was this banging, like a pipe or a vent inside the walls for several minutes, just on and on and on. A mischievous, elusive creature that has the appearance of a hairy lizard. Do you realize how you sound? First of all, there's no... excuse me, sir. I'm really sorry to interrupt, but I have to ask you to come with me. Mr. Strom would like a word. What in the goddamn hell is all this? You have to excuse the language, gentlemen, but this is simply outrageous. First that situation last night, now this. In 20 years, I've never seen something so unbelievable. When did this happen? Oh, I was hoping you can explain that. You don't appear any surprised. Do I have to specify we had nothing to do with it? I don't even see how... Can we know what has happened first? Well, since you're so insistent of your ignorance, this is about our limb chenise exhibit. Setting aside the filth and property damage, there's this. The sarcophagus is opened, the mummy remains inside are gone. And you just pop up here right after what happened yesterday. I'll be as straightforward as I can. Your presence is more than a little questionable. You think we're that crazy about your secondhand rocks? Maybe you should watch you exit. Hold on, maybe we can work something out. We weren't interested in that exhibit before, but we are now. On what basis do you even suspect us of anything? It's true they were nowhere near the hall when I got there. No one was in there except that dopey man. Maybe she's not telling... That dopey woman. Maybe she's not telling something. Never meant to imply you were under suspicion, but these have been a few trying days. A trying few days. I expect answers. You'll look into it. I'll consider it. If it's not... It's not clear if it's in any way related to last night's incident. Alright. You're good for now, but I'm watching you. What even is this people's... What even is these people's problem? In my defense, I knew something like this was bound to happen from the start. Yeah, okay, man. I have to rethink what we're doing. I'm peaked. This is some neat stuff. Yeah, figures you'd say that. Well, if none of you were gonna say it, I'll need you with Shelly from this point on. If it has to do with her, it's not a good sign. Just call babysitting duty and put my ego through the grinder, will you? Where's Shelly now? The director's office. Em, you're with me. There's a few things to look over. Alright. Yippee. Tight. Just guessing some shit. You know, just the usual, just guessing some random shit right there. Alright. The heavy stone lid has been... Thanks. Telekinetically tight. Yeah, the huge. There are several metal latches along the outside that do not appear to have been damaged. Okay. Marl has moved. I repeat, Marl has moved. Alright, so you're gonna be cooperative now, you dumb bitch? A whole fucking catastrophe. I swear if I catch wind, you had something to do. Isn't it your job to make sure this sort of thing doesn't happen? Ugh. Screw it. It's gonna be Preston's problem when he comes in tomorrow. That dog out front yours, Slicko? He prone to digging holes? Not really. Hold on, Preston's coming in tomorrow. I gotta write that down. Preston comes in tomorrow. But he said, you know what, forget it. I'm not gonna sit out there just to watch that mutt. Hugo has a track record of biting strangers that bother him. That's a heads up. Is that like Spalding? It's not. Damn, that's funny. It is like Spalding. Or maybe it's not. I don't remember now. I think it is, and he doesn't want to be friends with this guy because he's an asshole. No dogs allowed. Ruined exhibit. Am I supposed to know? You heard Mr. Strom. You should be doing what you can to help us get to the bottom of this. You know what could have happened? Where were you at the time? Just stick to the message, stop with stupid questions. When I showed up, it was just that woman in the green here, not a sign of anyone else. The entire hall was just turned upside down. Told her to stay there and went to get Mr. Strom. So I don't know what happened, Slicko. You know more than me, I don't doubt. You don't bother me? No, tell me your fucking name finally, asshole. Stick it somewhere else? Dude, I'm killing you in real life, man. You're such a bitch. Not me, clearly. Yeah, no fucking shit. God, I hate this guy. I hope this guy gets eaten. Charred leather. Stick to your business. This is my fucking business. I'm gonna kill this guy. The woman, Martha Keene, she was the only one in there, and that's odd enough. And there was the man who pointed me there. He's gotta have some role in the thing. Then there's you, isn't there? I can't think of anyone else around that fits this better. Dude, I'm gonna fit you in the sarcophagus and close it. Not your business. Wasn't here anyway. I'm supposed to know. It's still red for some reason? Okay, well, that's fine. What about items that I have? Hey man, what do you think about these flowers? Stick to your business. Alright, fuck you. I hate this guy, actually. Like, low-key. They broke a pot, too. Unclear footprints tracked. Oh, I gotta get samples of this. Yeah. Someone or something walking towards the wall. Something humanoid. A metallic opening in the display case. There's something flimsy about the slot, but it's out of reach. Whoa! Okay. Shit. Yeah. Not sure why that would turn this off again. Preston comes in tomorrow. What day is it, do you think? Fuck, do I even know what day it is? Oh wait, there's newspapers. Jamie, surely, hold the fort. Surely I have a picture of this. They're gonna make me, shit. I'm stuck. It's the March issue. Salted peanuts in there. What the hell? There's a... No, yeah, don't worry. There's something else down here. I just didn't want to go down here yet because, like, are you kidding me? I don't want to deal with that just yet. I want to find... The museum has the right to remove you. A little late for that. I saw the awful state of that exhibit. And you'll be seeing it in the morning paper unless you give a good explanation. The museum doesn't owe you any explanations. It's clear for all to see it is a simple act of crude vandalism. Let's say I do believe you. Even if that's the case, it should do no harm if I collected some information. I have the photos, you know. Do you want me to walk out of here now? Or do you want me to get the full story and save us both the embarrassment of jumping to conclusions? You're on thin ice, Mr. Broadtree. Thin ice. Hey, it's you there, nosy guy. I've seen you snooping around. Let's have a chat. I know you're looking into this last night business. I'm looking into it myself. I'm from the Bridge Brew Daily. The press. Shepherds of the masses, and amongst the preservers of the veil that separates the known from the unknown, the well-being of the status quo always takes precedence over the truth, though most of them do not understand their role in the larger order of things. Nevertheless, it's advisable to be careful. The mainstream media. The rotten scumbags of society. A harsh way to put it. I'm doing my job. You want my help or not? I'll think about it. Don't think too long. Time waits for no one. Time waits for no one as he goes up the stairs. Okay. Where was a newspaper? I think there's a newspaper up here. Who the fuck are you? You're Cavershaw. Oh, you're here now? White hair, huh? Okay. Yeah, fuck yeah. Dr. Donald Blakefield, Director of Operations. An open carton of herbal tea bags. So, interestingly, this is the room right above the flowers that are always blooming. Oh. Don't think I'm supposed to be able to do that, I'll be real. But I did steal his keys. More set. Okay. Mint sticks. E6 has not yet found use for anything else, so it will suffice. Remember what you were told and do your part. E6. Get hold of Strom, talk about Clarkson. Urgently. Okay. I can open every door in the world. Circean figures made of polished wood. Based on previous experiences, these likely have some unnatural properties. Alrighty. Hello? I told them to stop sending packages here. How many times do I have to explain that the brick fragments go into storage? Just leave them with security. They know what to do with them. You the package fella? I'm not. I'm here about the... Are you sure? I don't know. What did he look like? Of course, how could I ever forget? He should still be at the university. I think he still remembers. Maybe I should get those Chesterfield tomes off of him. No, they threw them away. What were you saying? I should go talk to Mr. Strom. He was looking into who broke the tea kettle a few months ago. Well, I saw it was getting dark, so I got my things and I caught the bus home. Or did I forget something? It takes about 30 minutes from here to Glendon, give or take. That's the Chariot bus. I'm not sure what time I got home, but it must have been 8:30. So I put on the kettle and I'm looking for this one newspaper, but it's not on the pile I usually put them. And it's only then that I realize I left the radio on the whole day. Just the volume turned down. But you're not asking about that, are you? This guy's gotta be the security guard, right? He's talking way too much. You know what could have happened? Sarcophagus? Tomb? Gas buildup in these things is common enough that it should surprise no one. Healy and Robertson covered this at length even in the early studies. There was this instance in the mines of Argorius with 2 casualties from when the tertiary chambers were unsealed. It's been here in the study room. Yippee. Boop-a-doom, boom. I don't think I had anywhere else to be today. We ran into his soul for a few hours. I'm quite preoccupied. Dr. Cavershaw should have been at his office. The curator's library, that is. Can't speak for others. Okay. I don't follow sports and the like. Okay, this guy's just like... Tell me your name, man. I'm a conservator. I can serve. I should get back to work. Dude. See that boy around. Watch the temper. He might burn your hand. Marl? Oh, yes. Julius is still around. I now know his name is Julius. If you're here to talk my ear off again about how nice her bum is. Wait, that wasn't you. Yeah, I know she has to be around somewhere. Thanks? Yeah, you should be around. Boy certainly knows his stuff, except when he doesn't. Blast it, where's that pen? Yeah, I was thinking that was gonna be what happened, but I knew a needle in the university. Oh, you're Whistler. Thank you. I do like this. I don't know if this is intentional or not, but this guy has such an accent that he pronounces the T and not with the right. Not right now. Not right now. Like says it all fucking crazy style. Broadtree. Donald Blakefield. Martha Keene. Red. Mrs. Strickholt. I haven't seen Carol since last week, actually. Does that old bag work one day in the whole week? Yo, what's up, CN? Thank you for announcing your presence. It has been noted. Was it good? We're playing a game that came out like last week. It's like a detective game, but it's got like paranormal stuff in it. So I'm currently hoping that I don't have to go walk into dark rooms and see a night crawler. Night Stalker? Night something, hold on, hang on, what's it called? Night Stalker. Yeah, we're banking on not seeing the Night Stalker. That's of all the things I don't want to see, I don't want to see the fucking Night Stalker. All right, like like this guy. Well, they're well lit now. You never know. There's a whole basement down there that's just like absolutely nightmarish. I'm sure he's nice. Let's talk to you about the figurines. Unusual constant temperature, internal source of heat. I don't know, see the Night Stalker? Yo, so true. Speaking of the Night Stalker, we do have to go find Needle, the security guard who apparently talks a lot. The heat rubbing off on things? Wait. Say that again. Say that again. Internal source of heat. Perhaps like a lantern? Was the heat rubbing off on things? Okay, hang on. These statues I need to write down something about. Durkian statues. Unusual temperature. Internal source of heat. Heat rubbing off on things. They are obviously transmissive. Okay. No, I wasn't done with you, man. I gotta ask you 1,000,000 questions because I got 20 freaking things in here. My sister says that. Just fence off your garden, you won't get any further problems. Yeah, no, I'm losing them on everything. Noticed faint glow in complete darkness. Something about the metal's reflective surface. Okay. Ceremonial dagger. Faint glow in complete darkness. Same thing with the shield. I'm not done with you. Stop that. I keep hitting the wrong button. What about these runes? There were books. I've seen something like that somewhere. Maybe something in the library. Wish you were pals with the Grinch? Highly elaborate recipe for a poppy seed based alcohol. Mask. Untreated wood, evergreen spruce. Coincides with the Third Durkian Empire period, but originates from more primitive cultures contained within territory. Yeah, you don't know about that. Oh no, I want to hear about the jewelry. Emits unknown energy. What does that mean? Well, what does that mean? Yeah, okay. No good research on that one. Says it can't be examined. Horseradish. Not like there's that many early Westerish talismans floating around. Stone leaves chemical traces on anything it touches. Remind me not to handle with bare hands. Okay, I feel like that's weird. Let's see, one of those in years. Statues typically made from sandstone. Green ones are rarer. Those are quicklime. Good number of the finds used to have gemstones in the eye slots when they dug them up. Most of them taken by grave robbers. This guy's like a huge amount of information that is just not helpful. What a childish thing to ask. All right, man. Now you're upsetting me. Okay, just checking. Bronze chalice. Okay. Did a wipe of surface with Belzer paper. Paper showed signs of magnetism. I'm not qualified to involve physics in my analysis. The what is this? The chalice. Signs of magnetism. We'll try again anytime soon. Is it the 50s? Okay. I think that's everything. I could start talking about other people, though. I think I already did this, though. Yeah, okay. Alright, alright. So we got more information. We can now open, like, every door in the world now, so hopefully... First of all... Okay. Oh, we can probably do this, though. We know they have unusual temperature. Heat rubbing off on things. Might be emissive only. I don't know yet. And like, this is just so much stuff that I just don't think I know enough about yet. Now this will work. Bang. Could be the sarcophagus, actually. I'm thinking that it would be the, fucking Christ. It scared me again. It scares me every time, man. If there's one thing that I would ask this guy that made this game, please turn down that noise. It's terrifying every time. So yeah, I guess we don't know about this. Thanks for the movie Rex. I wanted to watch more film, but always end up with a 4-hour YouTube video instead. I managed to watch something that evening. Nice. What'd you watch? Did you watch Goodbye Dragon Inn? God, that movie's so good. I'll sneak that one in by myself. None of the keys fit. I didn't realize you were here. Lavender tea bags. Seven Days in Heaven? I don't think I've seen that one. It was mid, but in a kind of confusing way. Like confusing, like the movie was confusing, or it was like confusing that it wasn't as good as it should have been, or you felt it should have been. You know what could have happened? I'm very informed about the exhibit, so I don't know what to tell you. If there is somewhere, there is the records. I don't think now's the best time. With Strom and Cavershaw already at the edge of their patience, no way they'd allow it. We had a meeting of sort in the museum records. They called it out of nowhere. It seemed really odd. Not to speak ill, but as meetings go, it seemed aimless and unneeded. Okay, interesting. Pacing? The vibes changed suddenly. Oh, yeah, yeah. I've certainly watched movies where I'm just like, okay, I'm watching like they. It seems like I'm watching a different movie now. Dr. Cavershaw called that meeting. Okay. Tell me about Whistler. Okay, tell me about, how do you know about those? I've heard some things. They're warm. Like, there's a warmth to the surface. I wasn't supposed to be looking into those figurines. Were you told by that by somebody? I'm in no position to share. Alright, well. Oh, this is the shield, and it's blue. Dark blue. Is dark blue? I mean, that makes sense, but I was under the impression it was light blue. And there's a gag comedy scene all of a sudden. Huh. That kind of sounds like, Fallen Angels a little bit. Where, I need that newspaper, by the way. Where, like, Fallen Angels kind of had that same thing happening, where, like, it would be, like, this really sad scene for one moment, and then the next moment it was, like, just, like, some goofy stuff, and then, like, an action scene, and then back to some sad stuff. Household objects. Oh, I don't know about these. Hold on. Or if I did, I forgot. So what do we know is purple? We know that there's that horse thing. Okay. Extremely yellow color grading. Wait, these are red? Okay, hold on. These are red. I didn't see what that said. Jewelry. Copper. Bronze. Silver. Damn. None of these doors open, man. That's maintenance, okay. How is this yellow and blue? That's the problem, right? Man, do I have this down? Sorry, hold on. Painted ceramics. I don't have this written down. Painted ceramics. White clay. Okay. And then I'll do some deduction later. Let's go downstairs. I need to find a newspaper. I don't know where one is. Hey, man. You're in here now? Oh, I didn't see what I just asked. By what I heard, there was a staff meeting at the time it happened, and I take a guess the guard might have been out around the grounds. Run to anyone at the time it was happening? Sure, had a run-in with Dr. Cavershaw. I guess it was around the time it happened. You can go ask him, he can confirm. Okay, where were you at the time? Cleaning the men's bathroom on the second floor. I was on my way out when I ran into Cavershaw. It must have already happened by that point. I have my own thoughts on it. Ever heard of Eddie Blondel? I am thinking, well, I think it might be this was him. I've heard say for some while he could have been hiding in our building somewhere. Who the fuck is Eddie Blondel? The fugitive? You know, they've been looking for him for some time. Could he be the one that gave that woman a shock that night? Who can say? Might be he's hiding around here. Might be he already ran off. Alright, okay. Clutter and shelves and crates. There are these things you see from deep beneath the equatorial jungles of Xi'an. It's not an Archiman from Xi'an. Owing to archaeological discoveries of Xi'anine bodily remains being sealed in a terracotta body after death, stories have been written in the modern day about these Archimans coming back to life and shedding sand as they go about terrorizing people. Right. It's Limshanese. A historical nation from across the ocean, mostly known due to popular awareness of superstitions and legends from there relating to terracotta-encased Archimans that are said to come back to life to seek revenge. Is that important? People use Archiman all the time to refer to all mummified corpses in general. It's not what it means. I yet to hear of a Limshanese who would encase an Archiman in plaster. It should be of no matter, surely. It's still the same thing. The same in name, but not in substance. Alright. Okay. I don't know anything else to ask you then. I don't want to go down there yet. I want to open these doors. Christopher just gets, like, very, very specific about, like, random things. Oh, hallelujah, man. Thank you. Alright, I could have just done this the whole time. I was doing it the hard way. Okay, let's write this down to now, I guess. Alright. Red. Classified as protected cultural heritage. Regulated exchange with other museums. Green. This class of objects are known to leave trace elements on anything they come in contact with. Leaves trace elements on anything they come into contact with. Some of these trace elements could be harmful. I think that just means it's transmissive. Presumed to be unsafe. This one's presumed to be unsafe, so let's leave it outside of a glass case in the middle of the back of the museum where there's only one guard on duty. Really good stuff, guys. Fucking genius. What are we doing here, man? Don't go to Bridge, bro. They got the worst museum of all time. And then we have yellow. Rare or valuable. Owing to their materials or historical context. I mean, that's not very helpful to me, honestly. Sensitive! Purple is sensitive! Fuck! Sensitive! Fragile and easily susceptible to damage and erosion when handled. To be kept in a stable environment and handled with care. It's advised to move them as little as possible. Blue. Well, we already know. Fucks up your brain, man. There you go. Just write that down. And light blue. Not known to produce any harmful or unpleasant effects. Caution is advised. They are generally safe to handle, but any irregularities should be reported. Okay, so. What was that? Oh, what was that note? E6 has not yet found use for anything else, so it will suffice. Well, these numbers are not super duper helpful. A nearly empty cup of tea with a lipstick mark. It's gone cold but appears to be fresh. The tea bag is labeled lavender. Spent enough time aimlessly combing through random records. I should take a break and come back with a different approach. Yeah, nice try, buddy. I know I'm looking for E6. I just wanted to hit all of the buttons. Is that so wrong? Sue me. I push E on everything. Are you gonna stop me? I don't think so. The weirdest shelf of all time? Fucking Christ. Dude, why did that make me jump, like, late? Like, what is he doing? Like, I saw him, and then I jumped, like, a second later, because I realized who it was. Like, I just thought it was my friend, but no, that's just a guy. He's just fruity aroma. Okay. Alright, nothing in here right now. Alright, nothing out of the ordinary. What day is this? Thursday, November 6th. Alright, we now know that today is Thursday, November 6th. Well, we can certainly hope it's today is presumably Thursday, November 6th. Hey, another one, huh? Imprint of what looks like blood in the middle of a smaller disc. Taking that. Research notes on the Third Durkian Empire and artifacts originating from it. There are notes about some wooden figures, but stop without a conclusion. Dr. Hess, it has come to the attention of the management that you have gone ahead with your intention to access and examine the more sensitive subset of our collections without any prior clearance from your superiors. The artifacts that you have taken upon yourself to examine are far too precious and potentially harmful to be mishandled. This is your one and only written warning to stop digging into the more unusual artifacts labeled unsafe to handle. Permission and consultation should always be first requested from management. That guy... don't like him. He is sussy. He's a sussy little... Well, you know. Alright, let's see if we can't figure this out. What did I write down? Red is classified as protected cultural heritage. Regulated exchange with other museums. It's inert. Wait, doesn't that mean a lot of them are inert then? Purple is sensitive. Blue fucks up your brain. Orange is susceptible to damage and erosion when handled. Unstable? That doesn't seem right. Just inert that. Yellow is considered to be rare or valuable. Also probably inert. Wait, orange can't be. Orange has to be emissive at least. Green leaves trace elements of everything. That's, yep. Protected cultural heritage. So that wasn't as helpful as I thought it was going to be. Because, like, yellow is just considered rare or valuable. So, like, it's not even super helpful there, really. Red, orange, fragile and easily susceptible to damage and erosion when handled. Keep in stable environment and handle with care. Move as little as possible. Come on, man. I mean, I know. Yeah, but unstable is listed as, like, uncontrollable energy, right? Like, if I come over here and I read this. Where is it actually? Unstable. The object or organism is charged with an energy or force type which has uncontrollable, often visible, and potentially dangerous effects. Oh, wait. So I mean, like, the psychoaffective thing, I mean, maybe it is unstable. Maybe blue is maybe blue is unstable. Fuck. They said purple is sensitive, so that's like the only, I think that's the only information you get. And then they tell you that the blue ones fuck up your brain. So, I mean, I think that's still correct. I think this is all still correct. It's just not. Like, okay, so if this is all correct, then I should just put inert down. But we know, like, that's the problem, right? We know that red and orange, well, but the problem is that now the categories don't make sense because none of those things seemed very specific about any of it, really. Orange is fragile and easily susceptible to, I mean, maybe this is just, maybe orange is also sensitive. Stable environment. It just feels weird that there would be two things that are the same. I should probably read that note again, to be honest. But I'm not gonna. Oh, I should do this though. Hold on. I have another broken sigil, don't I? Did I not? Did I not? Does that not count as another thing? I don't know why it's got to be so difficult. Just being honest. Hi, honey. Sweet, there's rooms inside the walls. Must be where they hide their spare skin suits. Took it from him. Oh, yeah, that would make sense. Okay, yeah. Oh, wait, well then hang on. I think my wife will follow me. We'll talk to all these people in a sec, alright? Like, I know that's, like, the core of the game, but, like, hang on. Oh, I took it. Okay, good. Where was that? Whoa, I didn't see this before. What the fuck? Oh, Jesus. What the hell? Okay, hang on. I'm looking for the ceremonial dagger. I think. Which means I want the old one. I want the ceremonial dagger. It's on the second page. It is 743 BAJ 243. 743 badge 243. A461. The notes describe that the chalice has been found to leave trace elements on any soft material it touches. We can't find anything on the fourth row that's of any use. Third row, second row. There we go. Ceremonial dagger. Iron, bronze. According to the notes, the dagger was brought to the museum in the last few months. There's no mention of any unusual effect, but the dagger is noted to be lightly emitting some unexplained energy. So, I think the way that they're going away with this is that... Yeah, I think they know if you're spamming the button too much. And they very clearly, like... So, I think I have to... in order for this to actually work, I have to click on this, read this, click on this again, and then maybe I can come back over here and click on this. No, okay, you just don't want me to win. I gotcha. Okay. This is to be eternal factors. It could be a timer as well. In any case, I'll ignore it for now. There is the basement that I should go to. It's locked again. October 6th. I mean, none of this is gonna work unless... Okay. Shanks. Corner. There's a collection room in here, right? What can I do with this? Okay. Okay. Records archive. Bingo. A rusty toolbox. No dust is collected on the surface. Judging by the rust in the dents, has been in use for at least a decade. Inside the toolbox are a selection of odds and ends, a note, and a key. Examine note. Change light bulb in storage. Heat detector in one of the north rooms broke open. Why'd they keep opening? Replacement parts for drawer mechanism. I took the key. Screws, hinges, a light bulb, blue pen, and a wooden tool handle. I really want the pen, but I guess I can't take it. That scared the shit out of me, low-key. What key did I just get? Oh, there it is. Oh, shit, man. No, I think it's a different... maybe it's not. Broken sigil. Unknown origin. Okay. That's E7, E8. This must be E6. Now the keys fit. That's probably for the locker? Alright, let me go back to the locker. Okay. Alright, so I think it probably leads to the shed. That's my assumption. And if it doesn't, then I have to figure out something. Never mind, it's just open, and I get a screwdriver. Yippee, yippee, wahoo. No odor. Okay. Another key labeled basement. Surely there's more than just a screwdriver in here, right? Nice. We got another sample of the chalky residue. Yippee! Okay. Well, I guess we gotta go get more of that stuff anyway. So let's run over there. Good to see my dog has not moved. Moderate levels of disruptive currents. The reader cannot detect anything, and then I have 2 more of those. Okay. Do you think that's an animal motif? Wait a minute, those are animals on that thing. Hold on. Okay, wait a minute. That means animal motif plus granite, pine, copper, lesser object of power. Okay, yeah, so that's... Got it. The stretch of the garden. Oh, man. It's all coming together. I just gotta figure out what they want me to do where. Hi, doggy. Vigo appears alert. Hey, little guy. He shows no oh, fuck yes. Oh, fuck yes. My wife. Alright. Can't get a lead. He picks up the scent, but can't get a lead. Picking up a scent that leads towards the basement. Yeah, I did run through there once and it freaked me the fuck out, low key. Like, I don't know if this game can actually have a Night Stalker fucking show up and go at you, but like, I don't want to find out. Did I use this key? I did. Fuck, I hate this. Where the fuck is the light switch? Ah. So, like, the light's fucking up. This is the thing. Wah! 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 The vessel holds and unlocks the influence. So I think the light's glitching is like... Oh wait, maybe the light is actually glitching, like in the game. Huh? No, it's actually just where I'm looking. Yeah, okay, so the light's a little... No, I intentionally didn't read this at first. So I'll look that up in a sec. It's a basin of sorts. Wait. This stone basin and the stone sigil appear to be made of the same material. I meant the paper. The paper was just like a note. It just gave me a note about it. I can go in here, though, and read it. Somehow. Yeah. The knowledge transcribed from the tablet proved to be accurate, but it will need to be kept away, for the bitter blooms react strongly to it, same as the vessel. I've deemed it sufficient that the tablet be kept in plain sight, but better to have its culture altered, lest it draws unwelcome eyes. Best that it be left uncategorized and unmarked for most certainty. Wallisian, Haimling, Limshanese, Croinian. This note must have been written decades ago, given the state of the ink. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, we're dealing with a fucking cannibal. Bet your silly little ass. A collection of documents detailing the personal details, living situation, and day-to-day routine of Shelley Clarkson. Yeah, they're definitely eating her. Well, they were planning on it, and then someone saved her ass. That one. I guess I can't read it, but... all these rooms are unlocked. Rope. Rope. You know what? Let me get some evidence. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, of course, fucking idiot. Like... Can I wing jangle it? No. Just checking. Alright. Okay. Hi, honey. Plot thickens. About the ruined exhibit. We have to find out what happened. In this place, it's one incident after another. Either the museum has a tendency to have these strange incidents every day, or this is the mother of all coincidences. Isn't it odd someone would do this now? It's still daytime, kinda. Maybe an accident, and someone is too embarrassed to admit it. Okay, so my hypothesis is the cannibal that wants to live forever was going through with their ritual. The ritual got interrupted, and so now they're having a really hard time because they're about to die, and they have to do all this in broad daylight now because they need to kill her. Like, they're running out of time, you know? And so now they gotta act fast and in the daylight. That's my hypothesis. I'll tell you if I see another exhibit wake up. I was with Shelly in the office. I was doing some looking at exhibits, and that Mr. Strom showed up and talked to Shelly. First I thought he's there to give me a warning, but he talked only about Shelly, and then he invited her to his office to talk, and I had to come along. What they talk about? Something about giving condolences. He was offering a free yearly pass to the museum, I think. He was telling her there's nothing to worry about and such. That goes on until the guard shows up. You know, that really scowly one. He starts explaining that it's like a bomb went off in one of the halls, which seemed a lot more interesting. Shelly wanted to stay, but I went down with Mr. Strom to see. I see. Okay, tell me what you think about bloody ropes. Stone basin construction. I don't know what that's for. There's no dust on it. It repels dust. I think someone's been using it for something recently. If it's like the other basins, I can only assume it could be used to channel some power or invoke some effect. Okay, so really quickly. Christopher is pissing me off. I think, I mean, they live in some made-up country anyway, but, a lot of the names are, like, very, I guess, European is what I would say. Maybe like more, like, Eastern spellings, perhaps. It's coming to the Goddard Museum, Shelley's own intention or idea. No, supported by the documents on her and the dusty manuscript. Kaboom. Did Shelley's alleged attacker have a human form in mind? Yes, supported by documents on Shelley. And, yeah, no, okay, of course not. I mean, low-key, we could assume that they had a mummy. No? Okay. Oh, yes. Hang on. Yes. The chiseled basin, and let's do the broken thing. I feel like the Dusty Manuscript has so much information in it. It's like crazy that it doesn't get used for everything in here. So I think that the bloody ropes, yeah, that checks out for sure. Okay. And then we need to figure out I mean, my thinking is that yes. And then it's... We did it. Kaboom. I do like that this just shows up and says, good work, this is solved, but it, like, doesn't Doesn't really tell you much else. Alright, beast mode. The basin is definitely part of it. It's probably just an external effect, though. Go for that. Okay. Prior to the incident, blink and blink involving blink. Involving a secretive invitation. I do think that I have, like, some information here, right? Like, I think I really do. I just need to kind of put it together. At the museum grounds, Blank came on Shelley Clarkson with the intention of... eating her. Consuming her. And I'm gonna put in Mr. Shanks. Okay. Who else could be involved? Cavershaw? Now, it would be really fucked up if it did actually just go, yeah, you did it, but because then you're just guessing a bunch, but I do genuinely think, like, it is definitely Mr. Shanks. It'd be really funny if, like, it was Whistler. I'm gonna put in Mr. Shanks. Because that guy's got, like, kind of... Actually, his hair's not white at all. Performed a ritual involving the Chisel Basin. And it was definitely Mr. Shanks and Dominic Cavershaw. Now that would be funny. The mummy... The mummified remains came upon Shelley Clarkson with the intention of scaring her away. Hey, whoa. They're trying to eat you here, darling. That's fucked up of them. It's fucked up what they're doing. We'll leave that like that right now, I think. I actually do think it's probably the... I think it's probably... I mean, it could just be that. Unsealed an artifact, made a phone call, had a meeting, communed with a ghost, sent an invitation, made a threat. Well, okay, no matter. Alright, no matter. Who was involved? Directly involved. I see. I think Whistler was also directly involved, no? No, he wasn't. It was, I think it was... Nidal was present at the museum. Directly involved. We're gonna assume it's Mr. Shanks and Cavershaw. Okay, so I'm just wrong, then? Like, that seems outrageous to me, no? Damn. Okay, those are my guesses for now. Let's... Do I have any... What was this key for? Did we ever figure out what this key was for? Alright. she's gone? Hell yeah. I can get in here now. A while later, the whole commotion started from the halls, with everyone talking over each other. I only snuck a little peek of the whole thing. If it was around the time I heard that crash, our guard jogged inside a few minutes later. Haven't seen even him that much on edge. You see, I should have seen all your rounds. You rushed in? Yeah, looks like it. Don't know how he would have heard the crash all the way up from outside, though. And then there was this man that went the other way afterward. Visitor, ordinary looking, sunken eyes. He went in and out a few times in the last hour. Okay, tell me what you think about... Yeah, that makes sense. Tell me what you think about... Fred. Really dead and gruesome. Check out these ropes I got. Never heard of this. Okay. I want to check out this. It's locked. No, this. Alright. I think I gotta wrap up this for tonight soon, but we are making excellent progress. I do just be wandering around a shitload and just having a good time, and I think that's beautiful. It's November 6th. I do want to do this really fast. It's November 6th. Which means that somebody's coming in tomorrow. Hold on. Where did I write that down? I wrote it down here. Preston comes in tomorrow. Okay. If Preston's coming in tomorrow, then that means that there's a day shift and a night shift. That means that this is day shift. This is night shift. Yeah, and B1 is Preston. Which means that A1 is the guy who has a shitload of hours. And then one of them can't do storage duty. Actually, if this is day and this is night, right? Because I still think that's actually the case. And this is Preston. And if that's day, then this is actually Needle, because no, he's supposed to get only night shifts, right? So B1 would be... Needle kept complaining about not getting day shifts or not getting night shifts. I think he was complaining about not getting night shifts. So I think that means that you're there. Who's left? Nick Swan? It's currently the 6th, or... Sorry. Oh. It's currently the 6th, which means that if this is day, then we know that Swan is this guy. Tomorrow is A2, so this is Preston. Boom! Ha-ha! Yes! I got it all figured out. Yep. Alrighty. That's huge. Yeah, I mean, straight up, you have storage duty, what? Once a month? Genuinely suck it up, man. Like, I don't mean to be rude. You have storage duty once every, like, 2 months, man. You're outrageous. This is your health you're talking about? Dog. Stop whining. I'm with Cavershaw now. Okay, should we pause here? We solved that. That seems like a good place to pause. I got people to talk to, and I have this to do. But I don't know if I want to go straight down in there. Oh, I can get evidence of this. Hold on. And just like that, they pulled me back in. Hold the fort. Let's go get some Evie. You think you can get into the passenger side? No. Can't detect anything, but let's make the dog smell it. You have some scent, can't get a lead. Oh, he recoils. Good dog. Okay. I think... if we do any more, I'm gonna get sucked in for too long. It's already 2 in the morning, and I have a movie to see at 11 o'clock. So I think we call it there, but look at this. 2 out of 10, baby. Pretty good, pretty good. The case of the... Pretty good. I'm having a great time with this game. It's a good time. It's very well paced. So yeah. Hey, thanks for hanging. I gotta call it here, sadly, but I appreciate y'all. I will hopefully see you all soon. Have a good night. Take it easy. I'm gonna go see one battle after another tomorrow. It's gonna be pretty sick, hopefully. I'll let you know how it goes. It's a new Paul Thomas Anderson film. Yeah. For now, I'm out. Have a good night. Peace. Take it easy.